Good morning again. Hello there. This is Ian talking to you um, in my podcast, which is related to my book, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. I was going to talk to you um, in this podcast. It's in relation to my book, which I talk about things that I've been doing at present or things that have happened in my book. Um, so hopefully, you'll hear this podcast and think, oh, I'll buy that book off Amazon. That'll be a good read. Anyway, hopefully you do think that, and you don't want to turn off and think, I'll listen into that again. Reading his book, but hopefully you will. But all of these activities that I do, I'm do it not being able to see. I'm visually impaired and I'm in a wheelchair. I suffer with mitochondria disease, and at the minute, a few weeks ago now, I twisted my knee, damaged some ligaments, and so at the minute I can't weight bear. So I am struggling a little bit, but we're getting on. We're still going around, and I'm still getting to Liverpool. We're there tonight, actually. I've got a friend. I usually have someone come over and sit when I'm out, because I don't like leaving the house empty. Um, so I'm going to see Liverpool, Sheffield United tonight, and I try not to talk too much about the football because I know some of you out there aren't Liverpool fans, but a good few of my friends that hopefully listens to this podcast, you will be interested. So I've a group of about, I don't know, half a dozen friends that go to the game with us. They go to it at a time. Some of them drive and some of them don't. And I have two carer tickets because they've been visually impaired and in the wheelchair. It's like quite difficult. We'll be going tonight to the game, and then coming back. I've not. I usually do the European nights. Up until this year, I had done the European nights as well, but this year I'd kind of hit them on the head because even though you get back about 1:30 in the morning, and you still wake up at usual time, like 7:30, 8:00. So, and you feel dreadful for the rest of the week, or I do anyway, with the condition and that. Um, so, um, but when I first ever started going to Liverpool the first year, at the end of the first year, we ended up going to Cardiff to FA Cup final. I went with a friend. But the second year, I used to always go in the pub, and I'll go on the train, and then I always go in the pub back when I could walk, and I'd like be stood at the bar as like a sardine, meaning I was really crammed in, but enjoying it and singing all the songs and stuff. You were all on the same team. It was amazing, and I did that for about 3 or 4 years, and then a friend started taking me in the car. Um, so that was great. Um, Something else I was going to talk to you about on the second podcast. I'm going to Newcastle next week. I go every year. I shouldn't maybe have spoken about this, but hey, what the heck. I'm saying that because it's a hospital appointment. I go my sister's taking me, and it's to do with my condition. So that's happening next week. At the minute, I used to go cycling every week. I have a piggyback tandem. Several years ago, say about 2004, maybe it's about 2014, 15. Went with one of my carers. We cycled out towards Easingwold, and we camped out, and then we cycled all the way back the following day. So that was an amazing thing to have done, and for the last 8 years, I had a volunteer from. He's held his hands up now and retired, but for about 8 years, I had a volunteer from the Blind Society that used to take me cycling most weeks. As I say, I live in York, so we often used to go to Rickhall or Benonborough Hall or Selby, or even Tadcaster, and we'd go that far, or we'd end up going back to his house, call him Dave. We'd go back to Dave's house because and just have a coffee, and then come back, and wherever we'd end up, we'd usually just have a brew, and then come home. And to me, 3 or 4 hours cycling, that was enough. I'd had enough by then. So we do that, and then on the triathlon every year, I'd cycle. I've spoken about the triathlon in other podcasts, so please look through the podcasts and find the one with the triathlons on. And that was another experience of cycling. Now, a few times, maybe it was a couple of years or so before I bought my own piggyback, I been with a couple of my carers back then, Vicky and Diane, and we hired a different kind of tandem. I have to use a tandem because I can't see where I'm going. But the piggyback tandem, I cycle, and then it attaches to a normal bike, and then my contribution kind of helps with all the motion. You get more of a child version of a piggyback that's got stabilizers on either side, because obviously my balance isn't very good. But unfortunately at the moment, because of my knee and I can't weight bear, there'd be no way of me doing it. Hopefully next week when I see my specialist, hopefully they may give me some idea of what I can do and what I can't do, and how long things are going to take. And anyway, if you've enjoyed me waffling along for the last 9 minutes, and my other podcast, please get my book Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. It is still available on Amazon, and so please do that, and I will speak to you all very soon, and enjoy the next few days, and goodbye for now. Goodbye.